Well, this is Cindy, Create the Heart, and I'm back with some more card projects, holiday card projects. So I'm using Snow Kittens, which is from Mama Elephant. It was part of the Stamptember that Simon Says Stamp does. Love this. It actually coordinates with another stamp set that they have that I love and I really want to get, that has some similar things, stamps that go along with it really well. And then I always buy the dies. And so some of my cards are inspired by cards I saw on Instagram. I think Amy Rice-Savvy from Prairie Paper and Ink is one of them, and I can't remember where the other ones are. But I believe they're on Simon Says Stamp, promoting this stamp set. But I did some ink, what do you call it? Ink blending with distress. And so I'm still experimenting with it, but I do love how it came out. This really pretty purples and pinks, and I use this really large Merry Christmas die from the Greeting Farm. I just love how this came out. This is one of those long cards, and I created my own snowdrift, just kind of roughly cutting it, but I also use my Copic to outline it, and then I put stickles over it, so it kind of hid the imperfections of my hill making. And again, what I did was I stamped these multiple times. I color them out, I cut them, then I had a bunch of images just that I worked with and created. I mean, I had some ideas of what I wanted to do, but for the most part, I just cut and colored everything, thinking about the colors I wanted to use for the most part, and then I just had plenty of images to work with. It was just a quicker way to actually create once you've done your coloring. So I did a long card, and I did these two cards, which are fairly similar cards. You can see one I stamped the Merry Meowie Christmas to All on the paper, and this one I, cut the image out. But very similar looks to these cards. Love those. And then I did this one in pinks and, try to utilize my scraps as much as possible. This one says Jolly. I love that. I'm still incorporating pattern paper in some of these, but just more subtle, except for this one. This one I just went all out, and I used my favorite Cat Scrappiness dies. I love these dies from her. They're like matte dies. And then I did a snowdrift here, and then these were like the last little pieces of image that I had. And then I used this really large Merry Christmas die from the Greeting Farm that just kind of, that way you could just use little images down at the bottom or on the side or whatever. So works really, really well. And so I just love these cards. I don't think I did any tags. I don't think I did any tags with these ones, but do love how they came out. Really super fun. Thank you so much for watching. This is Cindy, Create the Heart.